Hey everybody, it's a Mailbag, and I've talked before about doing this stuff at 5 in the morning, and this might be worse. I just got off a 16-hour flight from Dubai after an 8-hour flight from South Africa. Had an awesome trip, but I need to stay awake for the next couple of hours so that I can get on US time. So let's take a look at the stuff that I got in the mail. I actually have 12 packages. So I'm going to break this up into 2 mailbags, and I am thoroughly confused as to what a few of these things are. So let's take a look. The first one, I do know what it is because it was given to me by a UserSpice user who has become a friend in South Africa. And this is the SDR. Oops. This is the RTL-SDR V3, so I believe that's one of the newer ones. I'm going to look that up and give you a little more information, but what's cool about it is that it came with some other stuff, and I was really kind of frustrated that I didn't have a Linux machine with me in South Africa because I really felt like hacking something, and it's just not the same doing this on Windows. But it came with a little tripod, which I think is cool. I think it's a bendy, yeah, a little bendy tripod. It came with, I've already taken some of this stuff out, but came with this dipole antenna and a single antenna and just all kinds of different antenna-y things that you can do. So you can hook this to the tripod. You can connect these longer ones. You can tell I've not slept in a while. Yeah, so like sort of like your old 1970s TV tuners and some little adapters and all kinds of fun stuff. So this is clearly a higher end one than this, and this is my first SDR, and this thing is plastic. And one thing's sure about these things is that they get very hot, and so this is the basic one, and this is probably going to be going into a permanent project, so that means that I am thrilled to have this one so that I can do a few more things sort of mobile. So if you're not familiar with these things, originally these were basically cheap TV tuners that were made to show live over-the-air TV on your PC. And so you could get them for 10, 20, 30 bucks at the time. And some really brilliant people figured out how to hack these into a software-defined radio, which meant that the software on your computer could determine what you were going to listen to and decode it and stuff like that. And so basically over the last 4 or 5 years, these little dongles have brought the world of SDR, which used to be way out of reach of the average hobbyist, into this is like $8, and something like this might be like $35. But you can do things such as listen to air traffic on this thing. You can you can listen to your RF 433 signals and things like that. And there's all kinds of software out there that will let you plug this in and pick up the signals and automatically decode them so that you can use them for your Arduino project. So a few things I use these for, just briefly. I hook one of these to a Raspberry Pi and allow the Raspberry Pi to decode 433 signals with it. I'll do a little bit of just sort of hacking my devices with these things and finding out what kind of protocols they're talking on. But this one is good, but this one's better. And so I'm really excited to play with this, and I want to thank my friend for giving me this, and I'll be doing a video featuring this one by itself. So just taking a quick look at the listings, if you go to AliExpress and search DVB-T, you can get the old version that I had for $7.50 with free shipping. If you go to Amazon, you'll see that you can get it for $21.95 there. And then the RTL-SDR is $29. Now, when I was signed in, it came up as $28, so you might be able to get a little bit of discount, but this is basically the same kit that I have with the window mount and the dipole and all that kind of stuff for 30 bucks, which I think this is a screaming deal. This is a well-built SDR. Okay, this next package came from Canada, and one of the things that's been really fun to me about doing YouTube is that I have been able to connect with some other YouTubers that I just respected and loved watching before I really started doing my own YouTube content. And one of them was a guy, Simple Electronics. His channel is YouTube/Simple Electronics. Very smart dude for a mechanic. And he sent me this, and I don't know what's inside. So we're going to open it up. His name is on is on part of the package, so I've got that taped off, but I'm going to open it kind of in a weird way. Alright, let's rip her open. So this thing came from the great frozen north. Okay, let's take a look here. Alright, so we got a note here from Simple Electronics. I feel like my light's kind of bright. So from Simple Electronics, he said, Mr. Maker, I love that. I'm glad you divided your channel into two so I could sub twice to you. That's awesome. Your content is excellent, and you keep surprising me with your in-depth knowledge and skill set. Keep it up. Enclosed, you will find my kit for a 555 timer board, PWM controller, and I am far prouder of it than I really should be. Trust me, it's ugly, but it has inner beauty. Enjoy Simple Electronics. Oh yeah, so he's asking about Raid My Lab and a few other things. He said he sent me a mystery component. So, what this is, and I've followed his channel, so I am very aware with this, but he made his own PCB. And what this essentially is it allows you to turn a 555 chip, the kind of starter chip that a lot of us cut our teeth into a PWM generator. So essentially you can use it for dimming things like LEDs and stuff like that. So I don't know that I've really done a whole lot of soldering on my channel, so I will be thrilled to make this kit and see how it works. And you know, here's the thing, like, I know there's so many things out there like JLC, PCB and all that you can get these things made cheaply, but there's something to commitment. And you know, you can sit there and breadboard something, but when you go ahead and make this actual circuit and put your name on it and send it off, and this was a gift to his patrons, and so you know, when you actually make the commitment to take a board like this and make it, I think that's awesome. I have not had the skill or the boldness to commit to a single circuit board design, so I think this is awesome. I'm really looking forward to this. Thank you, Mr. Simple. And so we've got a mystery component here, and I'm going to tell you, before I even look at this mystery component, I'm going to find a way to do something with this mystery component on the channel, regardless of what it is. So, alright, I've thrown down the gauntlet. Okay, I see a bunch of wires. Okay, this looks like a stepper motor. Got a stepper motor with a circuit board. Okay, so this is, I'm guessing, similar to what you would get with a robot. So we have a stepper motor. So I'm going to find some kind of use for this stepper motor, and I am going to do something with it on this channel. So thank you, Simple Electronics. And speaking of Simple Electronics, he does mailbag videos that are way more popular than my mailbag videos, and he bought something that I was kind of jealous of, so I decided, and in fact I think he said something about that I would not be a real maker or something like that until I owned this particular product. So throwing down the gauntlet, I risked the coronavirus and I ordered 2 of these spudgers, and these are, I think, maybe I ordered 4 of these spudgers. Goodness. I don't even really drink, so I can't put on the, you know, I can't blame it on that I was drunk ordering one night. I just, I ordered 4 spudgers for some reason. So, yeah, so I got 4 of these. Oh, are they 2 different shapes? No, they're exactly the same. I ordered 4 of the same spudger. So they are, that's a little bendier than I was expecting it to be. But just different angles on them and things like that. And this is called the opening tool. It's called the Ultimate Innovation Opening Tool, and they were very cheap. But these are these spudger thingies, and you know, I've got a collection of them. These are just the ones that are within reach. You know, you've got the ones that look like a medical instrument. These are definitely more solid. I have the various plastic ones that come in kits and they get torn up. I have this style that's kind of more of a poker. This has been my favorite spudger, and in fact, this one is kind of getting bent up. I remember when we were having that hurricane coming, I sent one of these to one of the kids that I gave a kit to. But yeah, so this is kind of interesting. It's real thin, but some spudgers. So here they are, 2-piece blade, stainless steel, thin pry spudger, cell phone, tablet, screen, battery opening, tools for phone repair, and becoming official makers. I paid 86 cents for 2 of them. They're currently $1.04 for 2 of them. This one feels like it takes up a good bit of the package. I don't really know where I want to cut. Come out this side. Okay, you know, it's kind of funny. I'm gonna make sure I don't show the back of this. This is kind of timely. This is a Google Fi data sim, and I'm gonna do an entire video about this. But one of the things, I travel a lot, and T-Mobile and Google Fi both offer unlimited data in, and I say unlimited, up to 15 gigs, and then they'll throttle you unless you want to pay a little bit more. But basically unlimited data in 200 countries around the world. And one of the things that I did not realize until way later is that you can get up to 5 data-only SIMs for your same account for no additional monthly fee. So I have my main phone, and then I have a backup phone that I primarily use for podcasts. Well, like, why not stick a data-only SIM in there? There could come an emergency time where I need to get some data. Or when I traveled to Africa and Dubai, I noticed that one phone had better service in one area and the other one might have better service in another one. So I could just use whichever phone had better service. The other thing, and this is what we're going to get into in another video, is that for makers, this is awesome because all those little 4G IoT devices can essentially be free because you can use free Google Fi SIMs, and I mean, you're just going to use a meg or two of data a month. And so this is powerful, and we're going to talk about this in a future video, but I didn't know what it was, but that's the Google Fi free. Oh, and not only that, I should say, the SIM is free and the data is just part of your plan, and there's no monthly fees. So win, win, win. Thank you, Google. All right, let's grab this one. This one says something about having batteries on it. So I have kind of an idea, but I could be totally wrong. Okay, so this is another light, and I returned that one set of soft boxes, and I have ordered a few more light type thingies to just play around with. I'm not sure if I'm keeping this or not. But this is the ESDDI PLV220, and so this is interesting here. Let's pull this out. Okay, so this uses, the other one had an internal battery, and I think we're actually going to do a video about the other light, which isn't even on at the moment. But this, let me get all this out here. Okay, so this comes with an external, I believe this is a Sony style battery pack, and its own charger right here, and a little USB cable for it, and this would be a cold shoe mount. But essentially, this is another video light with this little kind of diffuser. Not sure how I feel about this yet, but it's an interesting light. So it has this diffuser over top of it, and then it also has, and I don't really know why, maybe as I do a little bit more of this stuff, I'll learn why I would want these, but it does have 4 other colors of light. So I have no idea if this thing has any charge on it. I would imagine it does. Let's just fire it up and see what happens. Okay, so we got 66 on the back. I don't know if that's percent or what. Okay. Ooh. All right. So let's see what we got here. Is that dimming? Don't really. Okay, so that says, oh, 30. I'm like, OE. Okay, let's try this way. There we go. Okay, so you can dim from 10 to 99. It doesn't look like there's any kind of color changing. Sorry. It doesn't look like there's any kind of color temperature changing on here. And it does look like it has a little bit of a flicker, like almost visible to my eye. Wow, that's really bright. That is more diffused with that little thing on there. And then let's just put, I'm guessing the blue would give, let's do the pink. That'll give us the most kind of obvious. I have no idea how charged this battery is. It may be a little dimmer than usual if the battery's kind of dim. Whew. Okay, so let's slide this filter on. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing you can tell that's pinkish. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's gonna meet my needs, but I I ordered it on a whim from Amazon when I was in Africa. So I think it's kind of interesting. I feel like it was like 30 bucks or something like that. Kind of a bit pricey. I bought a few pricier things. I've sent a few things back, but I'm just kind of playing around with some lighting options for my office. So this is the EDSSI, and this will get probably a full review if I decide to keep it. But for now, yeah, it seems well enough made. It's really compact. I'm still trying to figure out if I think that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think using it will tell me. But yeah, that's a pretty dang bright light for that amount of space. And last but not least, zero idea what this is. Ah, Key Studio. I know what it is. So this is just a fun little project I was debating. I was going to try to get this one to Africa with me to give to the Infinity Makerspace, but I didn't get a chance to get this one in time, so this one didn't make the trip. But this is a Bluetooth ultrasonic dancing robot. And so I think I might be able to put some kind of video of this thing in action. It's kind of funny, but it's a little like, it kind of does a little jig dancing thing, and I just thought it'd be kind of a fun project for the kids. So with not getting it to Africa, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it. But it does work with their Scratch type programming language. It's Bluetooth. It does line following. It does dancing. You can make iOS and Android apps for it. So I think it's kind of a fun project. I will do a video, like an unboxing video of this by itself. So we've got the robot, the light, the awesome PWM kit. We have the stepper motor, we have the spudgers, and there's something else around here. What else did I get? Oh, the SIM card. So we got the SIM card. Oh, and the RTL. So, and that is this week's mailbag. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.